So this video is going to be about pack training. What happens when you live in the flatlands and you need to climb decently sized hills, simulate mountains? Well, thankfully for me, there's a kind of a hill next to a river, as I suspect in many states. Even in flatland, there's a fair amount of small hills next to rivers as they cut out. So I throw my pack on, not with weights, not with water, but I just throw it in there with what I typically carry. I mean, I've even got, you see my bugle tube in there, my pad that I always carry, and then I just come down here by the river. And so this one, I just came up the stairs. It's not a big hill. It's the best I can do for here. But this trail right here is pretty similar to, what we deal with out west. This would not be unlike any mountain trail, Utah, Idaho, Montana, any of those other states. You have to go up this one a lot of times, but at least the difficulty is there, and so that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm just gonna go up and down and back around and just maybe do that 3 or 4 times and simulate it. I mean, this hill's only 50 feet high. It ain't big, but it does give me the up, and it gives me the steepness. You can see back down there. I don't walk very far. I'm already up here a bit. I'm not even at the top. But the important thing was not, in my opinion, anyways, of doing this and not having weights on your back, is that your pack is going to feel differently with weights in it compared to if you have your actual hunting gear. So basically, this backpack is the exact same way that I had it set up last winter. Well, last fall, I guess you could say, because it wasn't technically winter. That was November when I got back. But I brought it in from the truck after I got home from Idaho, set down in my garage, and not a lot has come out of it. Back and forth. Maybe even a little bit more has gone into it. Stuffed in some more game bags and things of that nature. So this, even right down to what I've got on my hip. This is what I'm going to be carrying. Because I'm a guy, I can't carry a rifle on every hunt. But I can carry a sidearm for self-defense. And so Glock 20 10 millimeter is what I'm going to start carrying. Upgraded from my Glock 23 40 cal. Primarily because we had some moose issues last year. Not a lot of bear in our country. But grizzlies are moving south and west. And so I suspect that probably somewhere in the next 5 to 10 years, the possibility of them, if they're not stemmed, will show up where we're at. Small numbers, but the danger's still out there. Do have the occasional wolf, and we do have cats, and so I want as much firepower as I can. But I'm just going back around this little circuit, and you can build up your balance and your core strength, and just getting used to the backpack. Even the time of day is the time you'd be coming out. It's just going through and doing what we do as hunters. Trying to stay fit, trying to get familiar with our gear. Sometimes that's the biggest thing. You can be fit all you want. And I've ran into guys that are like that. And they're nice guys. They mean well. But they go out, they They do all the running and the biking, but they don't know how to deal with the pack. And right up through here, if you haven't worn a pack very much, and like the waist belt, most people don't know how to wear a waist belt. Eberly Stock has a fantastic video on that. I will try and find that and put it in the description, because I was wearing backpacks and waist belts all wrong for a number of years, and it wasn't until I got this pack and started looking things up, like, gosh, it seems awful short on my torso. But that's what they were saying, so I said, all right, that's what I'm gonna do. And so that's what I did. By golly, it has really helped. And so, in case you don't see that video, and I can't find the link, your waist belt does not go on your hips. It goes, make a fist on your belly button, and that is where your buckle goes. Your buckle goes over your belly button or just under it. It's a waist belt, not a hip belt. So, very important distinction on that. And then having the proper tightness on your shoulder straps. For this one, this D-ring is supposed to be on top of the shoulder. I think this one might actually be a hair too far back. This one over here is probably a little bit better. So I may need to play with those straps a little bit. I had snugged them down the other day, and I might have went a little too far. So, just so you can get an idea what this river looks like. It's a pretty nice spot. You can't see anything from that angle. There. Well, thankfully, like 3 miles from home, so I'm very fortunate that I can come here and I don't have to drive far. But if you don't have something like this, football stadium or it's ski hill, any kind of a hill, doesn't have to be big, it has to be steep. You can go up and down as much as you want. So, hope this helps you out, give you some ideas for backpack training. I know it wasn't exactly an in-depth video, but I think there's a few misconceptions out there about how and why and what to do with backpacks and how to get used to them. Basically just building up that muscle, get it used to the idea. Right now, I leave in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, yeah, a little over 2 weeks, I guess. Just getting the muscles used to the idea of carrying some weight on them, and then I need to start adding in longer hikes. I've only been doing a mile and a quarter on these. I think this time I'm just gonna go up these stairs. I don't know if that's gonna give me a better workout or not. So, this will be straight up. It looks like it's getting really dark, so you guys can't even see me. So until next time, good luck, happy hunting.